What is up, Button Check fam? Thank you guys for tuning in. That's right, we got a 2-for-1 Friday. A big story just broke. I believe it was just yesterday. We got to get straight to it. Let's go.
Button Check.
What's up, Button Check family? Thank you guys for tuning in once again. As you know, I posted earlier today. I'm going to put the link to that video. It was about KOFXV, the new weekly series that was announced, and the controversy that's kind of surrounding it within the KOF community. If you want to check out that video, be sure to click on the link below. Thank you guys for tuning in. This story is huge. It just broke yesterday. Literally everybody was tagging me in it. There's so much shit going on in different aspects and level. What I'm going to do is just present to you the facts, how I know it, right? Just present the facts to you. Y'all be the judge. Let's get it. Let's unpack it. All right, now into this set of buttons that need to be checked. If you haven't heard by now, Infiltration seems to be in the process of being wiped clean from the face of the FGC. You know, before he had a ban, what was it, like 3 or 4 years ago, right? He had that domestic case. It was a huge thing. And the FGC was kind of split in a way because there was a lot of people, including people that I rock with, right? There was pros to casuals. Some people thought he served his time. Who are we to judge if the man, served his time over there? None of us were there. And if it's especially 3 or 4 years ago, let the man be. Then you had the other side of the community saying, no, he's a wife beater. He's done some crooked shit since. He doesn't need to be in the FGC at all. So you had those two camps, right? Pretty much continually going at each other. And anytime you would see, because Infiltration has been back since, and I think he's even won a few things since. And a lot of times you will still see, people bringing up his past domestic case, saying, why the hell is he even here? When are we gonna get rid of this guy? So that's pretty much what's been going on with Infiltration. We'll get into a little bit that's happened in between as well. And then he just put out a statement last night saying, FGC, I need your help. And then he made a stream. Stream was pretty long, I think like an hour or two. I caught a lot of people tagged me in it, like a lot of people. So I ended up going to the stream, catching a little bit of it. Here's a clip.
Now, it just happened. So I can go to Combo Breaker. I don't want to spend my money going to Combo Breaker. I don't want to throw out my money. So what should I do? So for this decision from Combo Breaker, I can go to DreamHack Dallas 2. And they sent an email this today. Before week, I spent my mileage and my money to booking my flight ticket. So if I canceled my flying ticket and accommodation, if I canceled my flight ticket and hotel fee, there will be a fee, extra fee. So I gotta damage to my money and my mentality too.
So basically, this is what happened. Infiltration received an email from EVO. He's already registered. He's already bought like his plane tickets and his hotel, right? He was planning to come on to Cali. I think he was gonna go to EVO. He was gonna go to DreamHack and Combo Breaker 2 or something like that. We'll receive this email saying, hi, Infiltration. Thank you for your interest in registering for EVO 2022. After conducting a review, we determined you do not meet our code of conduct and we cannot allow you to compete at EVO this year. You are being refunded. This decision is being supported by Combo Breaker, Community Effort Orlando, East Coast Throwdown, and the Intercontinental Fight Club. Regards, EVO. Okay, so it's huge, right? Because it's not just EVO, which is obviously the Super Bowl of the FGC, but it's Combo Breaker, East Coast Throwdown. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I did notice that they said he's being refunded and he doesn't meet the code of conduct, so we can't allow him to compete. It doesn't necessarily, unless I'm missing something, it doesn't necessarily say that he's not allowed to go. It doesn't say that you are banned from attending. You cannot, please don't attend, please don't show up, anything like that. It just says we cannot allow you to compete. Which obviously, I guess, in a way that's just as good as shutting him down, right? Because let's be real, he's not gonna travel all the way from Korea to anything here in America just to hang out. You know what I'm saying? If he's not competing, basically you are guaranteeing that he's not gonna be at your venue because he ain't gonna show up. So I see that, right? And then from there, I see a lot of different pros. I think F Champ and other people are saying, like, for lack of a better term, this is bullshit. This is unfair. A lot of people are blaming this on cancel culture because they're like, how can you ban this man? First of all, a lot of people feel that he served his time, right? He's done what he's needed to do. A lot of this stuff, like I said, is in the past. And now you're doing, what was the review, right? They said after a review, you've been banned. And now you're no longer able to compete. So he's frustrated. Obviously on his stream, he was just talking about this is unfair. He was venting for such a long time. He was even talking about other people or orgs that he thought was out to get him. And he's just like, what do I do? I paid all this money. I don't know. All right, but this is where it gets even deeper, right? So in the chat, of course, there was a lot of people supporting him. There was a lot of people, you know, giving him advice and whatnot. Even I went in the chat and I said, hey, would you like to do an interview? And this is why I said that. But check, we started doing interviews during COVID, right? And I interviewed everybody. Like everybody. I remember I interviewed a troll and a lot of people were like, why are you interviewing this fool? All he does is troll and talk shit. Like he hacks into, what was it, Tekken or something like that, and he steals games. And he admitted it. Even the guy on the interview said, I'm a real piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because what I want to do, what I figured for the FGC, what Button Check is becoming, it's more than just like, obviously, we're not like a typical content creation for the FGC. We don't just talk about, here's a new character for this game, or let's watch the new trailer and stuff like that, like everybody else does. Button Check became more. Button Check was more. You know what I'm saying? We covered everything in between that the FGC was talking about on social media and in the shadows, but nobody was really wanting to talk about on the mainstream. To me, I was like, that's literally the heartbeat of the FGC. That's what so many people love. And yes, some of it could be considered drama, some could be considered straight news. It all sometimes mixed together, but it is what it is. Therefore, I want to give everybody a voice. Just like when you see 20 of them, they interview like white supremacists and all that. It's not necessarily that they agree with them. They just want to get their side of the story, their perspective to present to the viewers. So now I'm back. I'm in the chat room. I'm telling Infiltration, yo, you know, you want to speak your piece? Let's do an interview. I even find his email, right? Because his DMs are not open on Twitter. And I say the same thing. Hey, I'd like to hear your side of the story. If you want to rock, let's do it today, tomorrow, or even the next day. And then that was it, right? That was, I got out of the chat. Basically went to bed, and then the next morning everything was blown to hell. My notifications were like off. It was just continually going. Now the other side of the story is the reason why this code of conduct could have come into play, and a lot of people still don't like the guy, is because after the domestic case, we actually covered the story on Button Check as well. Not sure if you remember, but he was accused of rigging his own brackets. Like he threw a tournament and somehow I guess he put up like his friends with amateurs. It was something to where people thought he favored his homies. They got the money, and a lot of people were like, yo, this is messed up. I'm not gonna name names, but I know people in Korea and people that really had a sour taste in their mouth from that, and they're like, we're just not gonna rock with Infiltration no more. And then there were some reports about a racial slur. I even saw it here that Infiltration was going around using the N-word.
So I can say that N-word, I can say the F-word to you because we are friends. Man, because I'm Asian, this is racist things, but if you are best friend, if you are my FGC friend, we can talk about this. We can say this. If you are black, I can say you N-word. Man, nigga, you sucks. And you can say me, oh, motherfucker, ching ching chong, you eat rice? You eat rice? You eat kimchi every day? And you can say me.
And I remember in the stream where he was saying something like, I'm not used to American culture and I'm not racist. I wasn't using it in that manner. And then other people were kind of backing and say, yeah, in different countries, we use it differently. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a racist. And it could even be said here too, right? You have other nationalities here that are not African American. You hear all the time say the N-word, right? It's because they feel they can, because they got the quote unquote local pass, the homie pass, you know what I'm saying, from some of their black friends or whatever, and they go around saying it around them and they get comfortable, and then they go say it in another city or on social media and they get burned to the fucking ground because the world reminds them that just because you got the social pass doesn't mean you got the global pass. You shall not pass! Is the domestic charge, which was a few years ago, 4 years ago, I think. Rigging the brackets, which I think was a couple years ago. And then you have him saying the N-word. So I think that's where this whole code of conduct is coming in. Not sure who started it, but I think these are the 3 strikes that they're kind of putting on him at this time. So there it is. It's split, right? You got the people that are like for him and the people that are against him. I tried to go in the middle and I got blocked. And this morning I saw this. I wasn't blocked last night. I don't know if it was my email that I said, yo, let's do the interview. I don't know what. Which again doesn't make sense, because if you put out a bulletin to the entire FGC saying, hey, help me get the story out to the world, and we offer you to get the story, you know, to help with that, just for you to get your side of the story out there, and then you block, it's just confusing, right? Because the timing of it all, obviously it had to do with this story. Because if it was another story, it would have been done a long time ago. But he, you know, I guess he's feeling very sensitive about this topic, which is weird, because he put out a bulletin saying, everybody listen, everybody look at me, everybody come into this chat. You know what I'm saying? Hadn't blocked me before, and now literally the next morning, we're blocked. Yo, sorry about this quality, but I just had this thought as I'm editing the video. Another reason why Button Check could have been blocked is because I saw in his tweet longer that he blamed Hitbox for banning him or not letting him compete in a tournament in Korea that was run by Core 8 Gaming. Somehow it got back to him that the decision was made by Hitbox, which I find very strange. I never heard anything about that, but then again, I'm not on that side of Hitbox. So maybe, obviously, because I'm down with Hitbox, he doesn't like that fact, or, you know, automatically cancels me out as well. I don't know, just a thought, kind of weird. Like I said, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can only do what I can do at the end of the day and present the facts to the people. There it is, one more again. Definitely let me know how you guys are feeling. Sad to see, because at one time, Infiltration was one of the most loved, humorous, just all around amazing player, right? So to see him kind of transform and go through these stages of life, from being at the top to now not even being able to participate in the biggest tournaments ever, it's pretty huge. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the love. I know it's a little later in the night, but this one had to be put out there. I'll see you guys soon, if not tomorrow. Well, actually, since I posted twice today, I'm probably gonna wait to post until Monday. Now, if something else pops on this story or something else huge comes out, I'll definitely post Saturday or Sunday, but if not, I'll see you on Monday. Anyway, with that being said, a lot of stuff going on. Thank you guys for all the love. We'll see you soon. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
결과적으로 지금의 저는 매우 당황스럽지만 이 사건에 대해서는 얼마든지 서로와 대화하면서 해결할 수 있다고도 생각하고 있습니다. 일어난 일들에 대해 서로 얼굴을 붉히며 공격하기보다는 대화로 풀어내는 것도 하나의 방법이라고 여기고 있습니다. 일들에 대해 서로 얼굴을 붉히며 공격하기보다는 대화로 풀어